and welcome to the Unspoken Lukendutwa. Today we're discussing money hungry or passion driven. Sometimes young people have a lot of passion, but we tend to hear the word passion is not enough, passion is not what's going to put food on the table, passion is not enough to do the job. And I don't know, it baffles me sometimes that you want us to go through a career that we don't even like. I mean...
Yeah, but Queen, you just can't deny passion doesn't bring food to the table.
I mean, that's true, but then why chase the bag that you don't even notice?
Sometimes people get lucky.
Yeah,
sometimes, but I feel like in the way society is, it can make it hard to chase your passion.
All right. Before we get into it, as you can see, we have two wonderful guests here today. So I would love to start from Mr. Marinyang, who is here. So I want you to tell us more about yourself and what you do before we move on to Uncle Taf. So can you please tell us more about yourself?
Thank you for having me. My name is Marinyang and I work for Gambia Participate as the Executive Director. Our work is centered around promoting fiscal transparency, government accountability, though using innovative methods in holding government accountable. Not only holding government accountable, we also give pro bono technical support to government in order to help them fill the gaps that could actually improve fiscal transparency in Gambia, amongst others that we do.
Okay, that's right. So, Uncle Taf, can you please tell us more about yourself?
Before we enter, congratulations on your award.
Yeah,
On the award.
Very, very proud.
Thank you so much.
Representing Gambia everywhere around the world.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I am Mustafa. I am the CEO of TAF Africa Global. But here I am here because I am the chairman of the South Africa Foundation.
That's right.
And I'm committed to, empowering youth. That's really why I am here. I'm not here, as the CEO of a business entity.
Right.
But as somebody who's committed in helping the youth to develop in the right path, the right manner.
That's right. So, as Queen said, passion-driven or money-hungry, and I know you have something to say about that. So, for the viewers out there that don't know what passion-driven is or what money-hungry is, so can you please elaborate more on it? And maybe if you could also touch in the local language for them to also understand what we're here to discuss.
Well, you've said it, passion-driven. For me, passion is everything. If you don't have a passion,
Definitely.
which one comes first? This is not like the chicken and the egg. It isn't. And the first thing that comes in is the passion. Then the money will flow in. It is your passion that you follow, that it's developed. Because once you're passionate about something, then money will naturally flow in.
That's right.
So if you are money hungry, you will just be jumping from one place to the other. And whatever you don't have a passion for, you will never get it right.
Being money hungry isn't all bad, because some people, their passion is to get money. They get satisfaction from getting money in their account. That's what gives them fire. Seeing those digits go up, that's what gives them fire. But I feel like where money hungry gets bad is when they want to push their morals aside, put what their religion says aside, push all their qualities and everything they believe in aside just for that money. That's when money hunger takes a dirty turn.
Sometimes I feel because of the society that we're in, we tend to be moved to just be money hungry because we've shown so much passion and they've told us, listen, this thing that you're passionate about is not going to put food on the table. Yeah. And not a lot of people are. That is why confidence is important, because not a lot of people are firm on that. This is what I want. This is the passion that I have. This is what I'm going to do no matter what. Sometimes it's difficult to stand on what you want. And that's why more time youth go into places that they're not meant to go. They find money in the wrong places. They do it because they're money hungry.
But it depends.
So say that you're successful. Consider you have the right to person, you know your person. Said the money, they were on the program, or that was a person.
Okay.
Being a lot of personal, Mrs. Now, Lala, Tikala, education, Palaku you. And yet, Manu, me, much more person, my own carpentry. Carpentry, but develop visible carpentry for a construction failure, you never develop any new. I speak in the highest digital, but we want to have a passion. The look and that passion, our person, not going to go ahead, see, all of them did a digger. Passion will have the court that neck, and say, I'm a bad neck, and say, biggie, it's a liggy. He didn't know that too soon, how to go.
Well, sometimes different setup.
Yeah.
Let's say you live in a, like, okay.
Give me solid examples. Don't
Right.
finish here, say.
Okay, hold on.
Okay.
Let me land. Okay, let's say. Wow.
Cette personne lay toppa
Wow.
xaalis fekk leen
Wow, obviously,
waaw
yes.
ma ñoo xam ne like dañoo jóg ne ok xaalis dañoo topp rek am
I'm
xaalis
just saying a situation.
Yeah.
From you're from a very poor family, and let's say you're the first son, and nobody can get money. Would you sacrifice your passion just to
Sometimes you just have to
Just
put
a
your
sac-
passion on the
sacrifice.
back burner.
I think sometimes the youth here, what drives us is based on our circumstances, because most of us, we are money driven because back at our homes, our parents don't have anything. So we can actually follow our passion, which is not paying us instantly. Whilst our family, we need it urgently, so we have to like go for the money and then bring something back home. Well, my biggest passion is to play football and do music and to be a soldier, but my mama killed that dream.
You develop your passion. You're not sacrificing your passion.
Yeah, but
Whatever you don't have passion in, you cannot never develop it.
but then
You develop your passion.
yes, for sure. Yes.
Yeah, and as you develop your passion, that
Yeah.
is where the money flows.
But let's
You
say
must develop your passion.
for people that want to go into arts or
Yeah.
music,
Right.
Or sports.
that's their passion. That's
Yeah.
where they feel the fire.
Yeah.
But their parents are like, I want you to be an accountant.
Wow.
I
Yeah.
want you to be
They
a
don't want you to-
doctor.
Xam nga ma jox exemple.
Numbers.
You should do passion am la topp ba fekk ko si.
Waaw.
Wally Seck passion am la topp ba fekk ko si. ñu fi mu nekk nii ay milliardaire lañ.
But what if your family is immediately like
You will
they
have
need
that
it?
nothing
But you know-
ñoom la.
Yeah, like let's say like football in
you
Gambia.
always have it.
Football in Gambia, it's not easy.
No, football is how not everybody has that passion for it. I mean,
There's some
most
people-
of these, let me finish. Most of the young people,
Yeah.
they think that's the fastest way of making money.
True.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
That's the easiest bit. Look, I always tell people that, look, you have to combine the two. I had a passion for basketball. I was playing for basketball.
Alright.
Volleyball, I played to national level.
Better than me?
Yeah, I'm sure.
I'm
What
a
happened was, I had working hours.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
go to work, and after work, I go and play sports. But today, how can you have a young man 10 o'clock in the morning on the beach playing football?
That's what I'm talking about,
And
exactly.
what are his chances? And he tells you that's my passion. You have to be realistic. You have to have a
That's the
skill.
word.
I think that's
Be
what we're
realistic.
missing. That's
Be
Yeah.
realistic.
I mean, I
So
think
Uncle Mar, so can you?
Sorry,
Yeah, exactly. You know,
I think
okay,
I want
Mark.
to hear your viewpoint from the stance of someone that relates with politicians and the society. I want to understand, do you feel like people in those places need to be elected as per passion or as per credential basis?
That's a very tricky question
Yeah.
because one thing that people look at when they are voting someone else into power is how that person can actually transform their life.
Right.
And that person has to be connected to the people and understand their plight. And once that person knows the plight that the people are in and then connect with them and then work with them, because government is all about representation. So you have to work with the people that you represent in order to get to know exactly what their needs are. But their needs are too much, so they have to prioritize exactly what should be solved immediately. So to answer your question regarding whether people should vote someone else based on his passion, but passion on what? That's first what I would
As in passion to help people.
Change.
But passion to change, passion for change. But then I feel like sometimes the passion is not enough. You need to add something on top of that.
I mean, the passion to change also has to come with the technical know-how.
Right.
You can have the passion to
Right.
change the communities,
Right.
but you don't get to know how to change.
Yeah.
them.
Right.
So I think here it both goes along. I mean,
Right.
if you have all the passion it takes to serve the people, but you don't have the credentials,
Right.
then it will be very difficult. You'll actually end up, serving people, giving them what exactly they don't want. So, when it comes to solving community issues, there is a route that you need to take. There are strategies that you need to develop, and in developing those strategies, you have to have people that can develop it. And sometimes you, as a leader, you have to take some risky decisions, and
Right.
those decisions that you have to make
Right.
have to be at the best interest of the people. So let's say, for example, in areas where there are, let's say, curfew, there are war, or what have you, the leaders sometimes have to look at some of the policies and strategies that different ministries, departments, and technocrats are bringing up. But the leader also have to make an independent decision that is at the best interest of the people. So I believe when people are electing someone else, they have to look at the person's capability and the person's passion towards serving them. So I think these two have to come along in this case.
That would be hard to see the passion.
Yeah, exactly.
But I mean, some people are not genuine. You might think that somebody's very, very passionate. You might think, this person is ready to help the country change.
Right.
But as soon as they get
power, they forget about
all
you.
of that.
That's where we need to do a lot of civic education, because the problem is in this part of the world. I wouldn't say this part of the world, because if you look at Senegal, they don't vote based on ethnicity. They don't
Gambia,
vote based on
that's our problem.
Religion. But in Gambia, that is, I believe it's changing bit by bit, but it's still a big hurdle.
Yeah,
it's a hurdle in the sense that people are not looking into credentials or person. People are looking at someone else that belongs to their circle. So as a result, if you vote for someone else who is in your circle but does not have the person, does not have the technical know-how in serving you, at the end of the day, that person will end up burying you that he or she shares the same group of interests with. So I believe that's one of the areas that we should look at when it comes to educating our people. I mean, the people know, but you have to look at the broader perspective regarding who should be the one that should represent our interests. Because as I keep telling journalists and media, I mean, the reason why we have a parliament, right? The parliament represents the people. You cannot actually have everyone in the parliament, although it's the house of the people, but the people have to choose within themselves someone else who knows them, who knows their place, someone who can amplify and or re-echo their voices at the house of the people. So as a result, that's the reason why every 5 years or every 4 years in other countries, you renew the contract of that person that is representing you. So in a situation where that person for the past 4 years have not been representing your interests, then you look for another person. So that's the reason why you have elections. Elections is all about renewing contract. At the same time with the office of the president as well. You evaluate the period that the person has been there, right? Look at the different things, look at development, and then look at economy-wise and young people, as we were talking about, how that administration has been helping or improving the lives of young people. So when election is due, those are the things that you should look at, right? But not whether he is giving some tokens to our tribe.
But they don't know if he's questionable.
You understand what I mean? I mean, then some development as well is the way politicians come up with development is super selective, right? They will look at where they have a strong base, right? So let's say in other countries where the part of the country decides elections, they will bring more development to that particular area than the people that needed it the most. So, I mean, as I said, it's all about renewing contract and evaluating the performance of that particular party. So these are the things that we look at, but unfortunately in this part of this country, we don't look at that.
Yeah, but before that, Mr. Taff was talking about sports. They're not accepting it.
They're not accepting what?
Like football. It's nice, I play football, but sometimes you just can't leave school and go play football. It's not like you might be the next Messi. You might, but it's not that easy. Go to school, like you said, you go to school or work. After 5, you go train, then you go back home. But most of the youth right now, they all drop out of school trying to be football players.
But I mean, is it bad to be money hungry?
It's not bad.
It's not bad. A bit of hunger for money. Because I think that's good. That's healthy.
We've gone to school and they've told us for learning is better than silver and gold. And we've carried it on our heads. And I feel like it's not bad to be money hungry, Mr. Taff. What do you think?
What do you call money hungry? I mean, he's talking about football. There's an issue
Yeah, but the sports thing comes in the money hungry because
No,
it's just that you have to be realistic.
Yeah, they have to really say that. Exactly.
Not everybody. Let's look at the chances of anybody making it, to that level.
Right.
Just going to play football here. I mean, you are talking about the whole world. I mean, probably 60 or 70% of the world population are youth. And that there's a high percentage of everybody wanting to play in those leagues.
Those
the Premier League is one, the Spanish League is one, Italian League is one. For the whole world, they can take Japanese, they can take African, European, American. What are the chances that all these young people who are there aiming for this will make it?
Exactly.
The chances are very slim.
Yeah.
So what we're saying is that, look, I don't have any problem with it. Yes, play football,
Sports.
but my friend, get your other skills.
Make sure you have a plan B,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, of course,
Because you never know, you might-
plan B.
Right.
In this case, how many?
Yeah, in this case, it
how
should
many
be plan B.
Gambians? Let's look at it. How many Gambians have made it to professional football?
You can count them.
You can count them. Even when they make it to professional football, what level of professional football have
Do they get
reached?
to?
It's funny, not everyone will realize at a young age that whatever they're doing is not the right thing. Mr. Nyang found out in grade 9 that dodging school to play sports wasn't the best idea. I just hope other youth out there will find that out.
Sure.
So all I'm saying is that I don't have any problem with sports or football, but please become a skill.
Yeah.
Actually, if in sports, international sports, you have to acquire a certain level of education. They force you that if you're
Can you
going to
see
college, for
it?
example, in America,
Yeah.
you have to finish your education at a certain level.
If you want to play in the NBA, you have to go through.
Yeah, you have to. But here, I have seen, and we are living this thing. The last time somebody who's my namesake came to see me, I asked him his age. He's 23, and he wanted me to give him money to buy football boots. I told him, but at 18, I was working. Why should I give you to buy football boots? What do you do during the day or nothing? We go to practice at 4:30. So from 8 o'clock to 4:30, you are sleeping. And now you want football boots to go and play. That's wrong.
Yeah,
That's wrong.
exactly.
I mean, I am a semi-retiree, so I go on the beach at times at 10 o'clock.
I see you.
And you find some young people are playing football at 10 in the morning. That's wrong.
That's wrong.
Your chances of making it's very slim. So really, the issue of money hungry, I think that's the wrong place to use it.
Right.
You know, yes, some people are money hungry because they don't stay on one let's say profession or so. They jump,
Yeah.
you know, from one place
From
to
one
the other.
place to the
Yeah.
other.
You know, today, you know, you want to go into media.
Next
the next
minute
day you
they're
want to
doing
jump and go
Yeah,
into fashion.
Mr. Tuff, unfortunately, we have to go for a commercial break.
Okay.
We'll be right back.
Tough Africa Global presents the new Tulip Gardens, strategically located in Jambanjeli, off the new Sikuto Jabang Highway. Tough Tulip Gardens is set to comprise of finished 2 to 4 bedroom houses and service plots in sizes ranging from 220 to 570 meters square. Unique features include water and electricity infrastructure, solar streetlights, all-weather roads, and scenic gardens. Deposit as low as $83,600 is only. We offer flexible payment plans, a 10-year mortgage plan with a 25% equity down payment in partnership with GT Bank, Trust Bank, and EcoBank, or an 18-month interest-free payment plan with only 20% deposit on the service plots. For more information, please contact 376-2333 or 776-2333 or visit our offices at Madiba Mall at Tough Bluefoot Gardens Estate opposite 5-Star Hotel.
Assalamu alaikum, mbokki Gambia, mbokki Sénégambia, waa Empire ma yónni ci yéen mbokki Gambia. Ñu ne yéena leen lebal ker ñu fay leen timis. Moo waral nag ñu wàññi mboolem bagage bu ñu am biir Empire. Wàññi nañ toogu yi yëpp. Wàññi nañ toogu yi te toogu yi different kind of toogu lañ am ak different size ci toogu. Saal boo am amal nañ la toogoom. Cabinet boo am amal nañ la toogoom. Kon nag mbokki Gambia ñëw leen biir Empire. Ñu ñëw nag ci dining table yi. Dining table yi jeeg ñaa ngi nii lii mooy dining table yi jeeg ñi te dining table yi dafa àndaa ay bagaasam yoo xam ne moom lañ laa jaayaale mu àndaa ak dining bi ak ay bagaasam dining bi li lay ànda moo lii moo ànda soo buggee télé boo mën a bugga saay sam bu emamaay ba ca toppa ak beneen ba toppa ca télé boobu soo ñëwee biir Empire fii di nga ko am kapet boo bugga Empire nga ko am different size ka kapet lañ leen amal façon yi kapet boo bugga soo duggee see biir Empire danga ko am ñoo leen biir Empire loo leen bugga soo ñëwee Empire di ngeen ko fi gis price boo leen am di ngeen ko fi gis asalaamaaleykum.
Estate commenced in November 2018. Today, Dalaba comprises of over 350 affordable and quality homes with fenced and gated service plots. The estate boasts features such as surfaced dressed roads with interlocking bricks, solar street lights, and beautiful landscaping to be further complemented with 1,500 fruit trees. With accessibility to water and electricity, fenced service plot owners continue to develop their properties. Over 90% of the estate has been completed and handed over to their respective owners within a period of 24 months. TAF Africa Global has transformed a 20-hectare undeveloped plot into a fully functional residential estate, housing families comfortably. TAF Africa Global. Our experience is global, our focus is Africa. For information on any of our current and future developments, please call +220 776 2333 or 376 2333.
Welcome back to the Unspoken. Before the break, Uncle Taf here was talking about youth in sports. So, Uncle Taf, before Dabo cut you off, I wanted you to continue on the point you were trying to give.
Yeah, for me, honestly, I would like to just advise all these youth, who are bent on, playing mainly soccer, mainly football.
That's right. That's the main.
Please let them pick up a skill, and together play football.
Okay.
Let them find time to play football. I'm sure during the day you can spend 4 hours playing. Right. But please spend 8 hours doing something that will bring you skills to bring the money now. Right. Because as it is now locally, you cannot make money, and you need to be feeding yourself. Your basics, you need to do it.
That's it.
So after the age of 18, it's your responsibility, and the youth of today must take up that responsibility. Because I see people begging up to the age of 30.
That's it. I feel like
That's
dependency.
So once you are 18,
the dependency syndrome.
You are an adult, and you should find a way of feeding yourself. You should bring money to the table.
But Mr.
And
Taf,
you can easily do it by picking up a skill.
Okay.
So let them pick the skill first, try to earn money, and yes, go and play football. Play 4, 5 hours, 6, 10 hours. But please do something productive now.
I really like when Uncle Taf said, because even though he's not saying that that's exactly what you have to go into, but it's good for everybody to have a backup plan. Learn skills, have skills. You're never gonna have harm in it. It's never gonna cause you any harm. Because with that skill, you might go into something else, but if it all goes bad or it takes a wrong turn, you know that you have something to back you up, and you know that you have a source of income somewhere else.
That will make you a leader.
First to last.
but Mr. Taf, do you feel like the inability for youth to find skills, or the inability for youth to see that, listen, you have to separate football and you have to have time for school and time for football, is because not a lot of schools have extracurricular activities? So then they feel like the one moment that I'm out of school, listen, this is all for football. I need to dedicate all this time for football. Because there's certain schools where there's time allocated for this. Once you're done with science, okay, now it's time for PE. You have allocated time. And I think this schedule is what some young people go out with, that same mentality. Okay, I need to live a balanced life. I need to allocate this time for this time for this. But then if you never had that in school, you grow up thinking, okay, it's okay. Now I'm done with school. I need to focus on.
You don't grow up thinking. It's something that
Sometimes it's a mentality.
But I feel
you know that your family is not doing well.
Exactly.
You're from school.
Right.
Will you go play football just like that?
But I mean, sometimes they just neglect the fact that they have school to continue. They just want
honestly, what I think that, look, it's a social problem.
Right.
And our social fabric is encouraging this.
Yeah, sure.
That's right.
If you haven't worked and you come back home and find there's no meal, something to eat, you go and work.
You have to.
But they get fed.
True.
Whether you're working or not, you come home, there's food to eat.
And they get
Or the
pampered.
other. Yeah.
They get pampered a lot.
I definitely feel like dependency is a very, very evident thing over here, especially for the young boys, our young African kings that are babied by their mothers all the time. I feel like that affects them because they're not missing out on anything. They're not working and they're not sweating for the money that they need to get, but they're still getting what they need. So obviously, they're not going to push themselves to go forward and get that money if they don't feel they need to.
Face it. We need to now get people that after the age of 18, you have to feed yourself.
True.
I mean, in Nigeria, that's the reality. If you go down the coast, at a certain age, nobody feeds you.
And that's why I like Nigeria.
And they're feeding me.
Talking about football, I think there is a story of this footballer. I believe it's Di Maria. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Okay.
While he was playing football, he was mining charcoal, right? Because of he was underprivileged, and then the family was suffering. He has to send and play football and also put food on the table.
Exactly. We don't mind that.
Exactly.
There's a lot against that.
I used to be a football enthusiast. Football nearly, spoiled my education at grade 9 when I was doing with my exams. I would dodge from classes and then go for academy. There's this Spanish academy called Canaries. I was very good at football. and they actually gave me the nickname R9. So while I was playing football and at the same time going to school, dodging, my first resource was not good. And then I was like, I didn't have any role model in terms of Gambian football, my local area, but that who I could look up to, who has been successful, economically or socially. So while I was dodging, I didn't have good scores. The teachers have to go to my parents and they start talking to them, look, your child has now shifted focus, right? This is not going to help him. So I decided that I have to take a U-turn. No one has to tell me that you have to take. My parents talk a lot to me that you need to change this. I didn't listen until my first results came. And I realized that was not good because when you get a bad result, the school is, your friends are very good at bullying, right? So I was running away from it. I need to get results. And in getting that good results, I have to focus and study a lot. Like I said, I believe somewhere else, when I was also in grade 10, I actually, because I was not focusing much on education, I was in a class and I speak I think I said it here before, a very bad English, someone else laughed. You understand? And that was also another form of a bullying that motivates me.
Yeah, it motivates
you understand what I mean? So football is good. It's good when it comes to having a good immune system, building up physically. But also, if you are a football enthusiast and you really wanted to make it in football, right? It comes with hard work and dedication. Most young people are not up for that. Right? You go for training and then the coach that's supposed to mentor you and then show you the way, there is huge discrimination from the local level, right?
Exactly.
The coach will decide to bring in someone else who does not even know how to do it well. You understand? So those are all lessons that you need to learn. But at the same time, like Uncle Tav said, if your training schedule is at 4:30, what are you doing from 8 o'clock to 4:30? Even if you're going from work, you will see some people that will be working either in the private sector or in the public sector. I have people that I know, they have to quit their job because they said the work schedule does not favor them. Because they have to close at 4, excuse. And before 4:30, training is already due, and the coach, if you are late, the coach will not pick you for another time. So because of that, many people have to pay. That's like, look, is the coach giving you something else that you need to support yourself? You understand? I mean, look at Juan Mata, right? The player, the ex-player of Manchester. He is an intellect, right? I believe he's one of those one of the smartest footballers. He studied and then he knows he has his plan B after football. You understand? These are some of the things that you need to look at. Look at Ronaldinho, right? He has, amassed a lot of wealth in football, but at some point of his life, the wealth got lost.
That's right.
An African footballer have to bail him out. You understand? When he was in prison. And then you also see, I think, I don't want to name footballers because this is going to be on TV, but there are so many footballers that after their career, the money got lost. You understand? They don't have any plan B. The skills is not there. You understand? So you need to look at how to plan your life. You understand? I'm not going to discourage anyone not to do football.
We love football.
But you also need to have your plan A and then plan B. Football should not be a tool that should demotivate you to quit from school or to quit your job. You understand? Just have your schedule, right? So, 6:30 to 7, go to the beach, train, and then come back, take shower, go and work. By 4:30, when you close, you have all the time. Now we have street lights. Or we have lights on our football pitch. We can use all this time too. But I think one of the hurdles is some coaches do discourage footballers that are actually working, and they will decide to play someone else who is actually focusing more on the training, being there on time and that. But nonetheless, I believe the passion, and the money stuff. When you are following the money, like we said, when you are following the money, you will find yourself in different career, different businesses. Tey nga dugg fii nii nga laal tuuti rek fii feewoo ma nga dugg si beneen business feewoo la, and then at the end of the day you will be in different places and you will not in fact be able to build a career that will be able to help you build companies like Oputaf has done.
So for the youth at home here, we are not fighting nobody. Like Mr. Taf said,
we're not discouraging.
Exactly. Don't be lying to us. We all want to be Messi. I want to be Messi, but Sometimes.
So Uncle Tao,
I want to touch back
So,
on something
okay.
that you said
Alright.
about independency and trying to put something on the table. For those people that may not be from the richest backgrounds,
the less privileged.
and the less privileged, what do you suggest for those people that might not be as educated and they might be in a poor situation? How do you expect them to break from that poverty cycle?
Well, look, I mean, generations today, I mean, I've said it in some interviews, some interviews I did in the local language. And the generation you see today, those that you look up to, those who are privileged, we are more or less underprivileged.
And you built yourselves up.
Of course.
Yeah.
I mean, some of us,
Started from the bottom.
I was born in a 2-bedroom cabinet asal, 11.
Wow.
Yes. Mom and dad, and 8 of us. Cabinet asal, after When I go, see, in an interview as Subaby. Ko gis tay ñu la ciow ñu bari ñu ciow tay ci Gambia am na ñoo xamne sax man ma leen tane won sax time bobu jom moy tax nit nga dem kanam waye lu bari luñ dé gis du ñëpp lu bari luñ dé gis dara ki amna xaliss du joggé ci asaman ci dara ci suuf you work for it, you sweat for it.
And Balan, my Uncle Taf, we have to go for a short commercial break, but then we'll come straight back to that point.
Yeah.
I like where you're going with that.
Tough Africa Global presents the new Tulip Gardens, strategically located in Jambang off the new Sikuto Jabang Highway. Tough Tulip Gardens is set to comprise of finished 2 to 4 bedroom houses and service plots in sizes ranging from 220 to 570 meters square. Unique features include water and electricity infrastructure, solar streetlights, all-weather roads, and scenic gardens. Deposit as low as $83,600 is only. We offer flexible payment plans, a 10-year mortgage plan with a 25% equity down payment in partnership with GT Bank, Trust Bank, and EcoBank, or an 18-month interest-free payment plan with only 20% deposit on the service plots. For more information, please contact 376-2333 or 776-2333 or visit our offices at Madiba Mall at Tough Bluefoot Gardens Estate opposite 5-Star Hotel.
Assalamu alaikum, mbokki Gambia, mbokki Senegambia, waa Empire ma yónni ci yéen mbokki Gambia. ñu ne yéena leen lebal ker ñu fay leen timis moo waral nag ñu wàññi mboolem bagage bu ñu am biir Empire wàññi nañ toogu yi yëpp wàññi nañ toogu yi te toogu yi different kind of toogu lañ am ak different size ci toogu saal boo am amal nañ la toogoom cabinet boo am amal nañ la toogoom kon nag mbokki Gambia ñëw leen biir Empire ñu ñëw nag ci dining table yi jeeg ñaa ngi nii lii mooy dining table yi jeeg ñi te dining table yi dafa àndaa ay bagaasam yoo xam ne moom lañ laa jaayaale mu àndaa ak dining bi ak ay bagaasam dining bi li lay ànda moo lii moo ànda soo buggee télé boo mën a bugga saay sam bu emamaay ba ca toppa ak beneen ba toppa ca télé boobu soo ñëwee biir Empire fii di nga ko am kapet boo bugga Empire nga ko am different size ka kapet lañ leen amal façon yi kapet boo bugga soo duggee see biir Empire danga ko am ñoo leen biir Empire loo leen bugga soo ñëwee Empire di ngeen ko fi gis price boo leen am di ngeen ko fi gis asalaamaaleykum.
The development of our Dalaba estate commenced in November 2018. Today, Dalaba comprises of over 350 affordable and quality homes with fenced and gated service plots. The estate boasts features such as surfaced dressed roads with interlocking bricks, solar street lights, and beautiful landscaping to be further complemented with 1,500 fruit trees. With accessibility to water and electricity, fenced service plot owners continue to develop their properties. Over 90% of the estate has been completed and handed over to their respective owners within a period of 24 months. Tough Africa Global has transformed a 20-hectare undeveloped plot into a fully functional residential estate, housing families comfortably. Tough Africa Global. Our experience is global, our focus is Africa. For information on any of our current and future developments, please call +220-776-2333 or 376-2333.
Welcome back to the Unspoken show. Before we went on break, Mr. Taff was speaking on how Jom Mola you kanam te Jom Mola build up. Stuff.
Yeah, comme li ma noonu wax rek am nga léegi lu bari dañ koy dégg naa ko toll ak kële moo am kële kii mooy privilège ñu ngi am privilège
ñi dañ ko am
kële am in most societies that you see, African societies ak loolu mun naa ko wax ñu bari ñi nga gis tey ñu am su ñu waxee fi ñu commencé doo ko gëm. That's right. Te lu bari leen day yóbbu rek mooy jomb leen moo leen day yóbbu ñun suñu leen waxee ñun du ñoo am ni yéen lu seen average age fii nii by what? 18-19. Man dima amee ñoo am ay 13 years 14 years dañ naan liggéey Dokas from Gambia High School. Wana ko démb sax wana ko si beneen interview boobu GPM bi ñoo daan isi maalo su isee maalo su maalo bi tuuroo si gaal bi ñu bale ko Dokas yaa ngi si biir ñu def ko si saako ba pare suñu doon export rakal mooy gerte bi ñu buus nii su gay sootee rakal bi ñu jël 9 saako ba pare jël tenoon ñu dugal ko si li taxoon ñu ko def mooy xamoon nañ ne suñ papa yi ak suñ niyaay yi amoon lu doy pour joxe dépasse sax suñ buggee extra comme ñu bugg a li xale yu góor yi dafa xale yu jigéen yëpp bugg a enjoy dara dance jënd simis bu rafet bugg a léeg loolu la ñoo def te loolu ñu ko def during the holidays soo ko def 12 hours ngaa liggéey as sweeper or as tali clerk xale boobu sa bos la loolu jom moo ko mee soo na xale yi xam ne liggéey ñàkkul ñun mun nañ ko wax ku mel ne mun naa la koo wax parce que xam nañ ne liggéey yi ngeen liggéey yoo xam ne tey nga sa fayee ko am $5,000 soo ko liggéeyee soo ko joxee doomi réew mi ñu bari ñu ko dee liggéey yow tànnatu
waaye foog nga ne ñàkk a jom bi ndaw yi di gis is as a result of what they're seeing in the society.
Because lañ ko war a wécci loolu ba faw nga dem ba faw li nga am da nga am bakkan da nga war a dunda no ko claim ko def blame game lañ war a stop.
Yeah, we should stop.
Society la ñu ko am responsibility li ñoo wax mooy opportunity am na ñu ngi sampa kër soxla nañ koo xam ne dafa taayal nga dem commencé nekkal le brees bala ñu wax benn at ñaari at nga mun a taayal su yàggee nga feyeku taayal ay $300 par square meter ñi ngaa gis ñuy jógee si biti di ko fi def si léegi-léegi ñoo gën a jàng sax ñi koo bañ a def fii nañ wëcceeku nañ bàyyi blame game government di provide opportunity society boo ñu defee su yàggee yeneen government léegi dañ leen doon mus kalaf so loolu daal nañ change attitude bi suñ ko change ñu ko change loolu.
I mean, I think one of the major issues in Africa is that we don't want to see beyond the office, and that's why more often than not children go to school and they're schooled that either doctor, nurse. If it's not nurse, it's something you have to be in the office. You're not in the office, you're not doing a good job. My school fees is going to waste. Oh, I want to be a footballer, so my school fees. No, your school fees is not going to waste, because at the end of the day, he's going to play football. He's going to have that degree, and he's going to be more, it's going to be more valuable. It's about value added something. Don't be pissing us off with that. Go to school, go to school. Everybody wants to go to school. If everybody go to school, who will be the model? Who will be the fashion designer? Not saying those people don't need school, but then, please, make way for the creative arts.
Muskalaf nga am nga doole jogal uti liggéey te su fekkee jànguloo bi nga yeneen level jàng yi because life dafa competitive fi mu nekk nii. That's right. di nga dem ba am degree man fu ma nekkoon Nigeria gis naa ko jàng bu am degree di bale university degree fii kenn du la wàccal sax grade 9 net na la baleel ba dañoo compétition bi dafa yokku kanam la jëm ba ñu ngay ñaax pour seen programme bi xale yi nañ jóg uti liggéey ñàkkut nañ bàyyi tànnatu liggéey bi xale yu jigéen ñi nag te naa ne ko ma ragal ma xale yu góor yi ñi dee jéem yu xale yu jigéen ñi la if you do a statistics of it ñi jéem tigi xale yu jigéen di ñoo dee jéem kër yëpp ñu ñoo si dëkk yéen suñu ay jarbaar ngeen suñu ay doom ngeen xale yi ñoo nekk léegi liggéey ay diwi kawar yi ñooy liggéey diwi lifin yi petit business yi yëpp li si ëppa high percentage of it xale yu jigéen yi la xale yu góor nañ jóg uti liggéey su ñu ko waxu ñoom ñoo am problème rek su yàggee ñooy dem su ñëwee ba àgga benn xam nga lu ñoo def nekk si jumaa yi ak jàkka yi commencé ñu waare ñoo waxante dëgg nag dëkk bi daal suñ bëggee mu lifi ñun ñoo ko liggéey suñu bopp suñ ko deful li nga gis fi mu nekk nii lan la Indian yi ñoo fay ñëw Chinese yaa ngay ñëw Ghanaian yi ak Nigerian yi ak Sénégalais yi soo ngir yàlla waxale seen morom yi ne nañ dem liggéey nga ma loxo yi nii niñ ko ne nii léegi ma jël marto daaj ak ñu ma mel nii loolu la kapenta laa woon man kapenta laa commencé nekk kapenta te benn tey foo ne dama koo wax soo ngir yàlla nañ ut métier du la nax dañ war a jàng métier and métier dañ bari am sorry man maa ngi jël sa taay métier yi dañ bari mun ngaa ñëw nga commencé nga bàyyi xel ne fu mu nekk nii palanteer yi aluminium dañ bari nga dem jàng aluminium naka lañ ko repair joxe seen nomba si ñu bari fu ñu dem nga every week or 2 weeks nga dem repair ñu fay la nga def sa poche métier li nga war a def pour service ne bari na.
But that's what Shane said, because so bad has nobody, they don't do nothing. If they go home, they have food to eat.
Yes.
Because I'm sure if they go home
and find nothing, that's gonna strive them to work harder.
But there are a lot of people as well. They're taking the back way. They're getting money, but they're not getting it the right way.
Yeah, that's right.
Just trying to make sure.
So, Mr. Mar, so what drove you to your profession right now? Was it your passion for it, or were you also money hungry?
That's for sure.
Or you blended both?
It was passion. There was no money when I was actually doing what I'm currently doing. I believe I took a course online. I was just sitting at work, and there was not much to do. So I decided to subscribe to one course. And as I was on this course, I did the first certificate. I got it, and I was, pushing to get more knowledge from that particular training. It's the YALI stuff, Young African Leadership Initiative, back in 2014 when they actually started this course. So I said, okay. Then elections was imminent, and then I decided to get, what I've learned in theory, I decided to put it in practice. So I was going into the streets, talking to people. Then it was Jammeh time.
It was challenging, was it?
Yeah?
It was challenging.
It was challenging.
Yeah, so, when I actually talk about voter education or talk about elections, people connect it with politics, connect it with Jammeh, and they will just push me away. So me and my colleague, I still have the photos. I will look at it, and I was really trying to make a flashback regarding how we actually started. So we went to the market and I started talking to the lady, the local sellers, and they were listening, right? And the message we were sending was not about who to vote for and who not to vote for. We are actually talking about the civic right. And the civic right means you going to renew contract or to build a new contract with someone else. So that's how I started the whole stuff. So it was really personal. But from personally, I've never shared this with anyone or any platform. Like Uncle Taff has said, I also experienced the same thing. It was cabinet exile. I believe in today's generation, most of you have not encountered that. It was cabinet exile, right? Me and my brothers and sisters, we share it. And then we don't have time to play, right? We have a family that dunde chahane suwal ligay. 6 o'clock you wake up ngadem dara, right? 8 o'clock ngadem school. So waja school dara. So wache dara, kena dafa dem boutique. My mom had a cosmetic shop. So then they awale. Ki dafa dem boutique, right? So wache 5 afternoon morning sifini. Then after timis, ngeen dem dara ba gate. That's it. That's our daily schedule. So there was no time to play.
So it was passion that drove you for
Yeah, so after that, Jom, you were talking about Jom and Jom family time, you're going to see. So why you wouldn't tell the Jom big Divanga Hale, body me mamak, yo Jom Bono, Boneka Kunyako Jam, Jom Bono, not for the continent. You understand? So I mean, Bono in daily schedule being a Hamantan, some family, Johunula time. Although I am few, maybe see Sundays in the time for Anthony. But Nakatura, family, you know, one Yolmi Nakal. Why tamit kon so hole if you look at other parts of the country, I am more Senegambian. I've been to Senegal and I keep telling my wife about how sometimes Senegalese parents and Gambian parents do spoil their children, right? Ngam benado ngane ki kholla. Du ligay du def dara. Ya understand? Ben kisuma benado. Kisuma baken wila, right? Don't get me wrong.
I understand.
The bond between a father or a mother and that of their child is unimaginable, right? But you have to, build up your child in a way that when they grow up, you never go hammer in your life saga. You never go hammer in your life too.
And you want eventually you're human.
Yeah.
You pass away. Eventually you want, if you go, they'll be able to take care of themselves and their
those behind them.
Make them feel so comfortable that
But and then the other thing is, even if you don't have that education from a tender age, you coming up, you understand, you have to be hungry for success.
That's right.
And you being hungry for success, you need to set your eye on something else. That this is something that I need to touch, and in touching that, it does not come overnight. You need to work hard for it. You understand? So the whole passion stuff, kind of take you along with that. So when you follow your passion, you work on it, and then as Uncle Taf said, you develop on your passion. If you are, let's say, you are a carpenter like Uncle Taf said, right? You are seeing the way that they are making furniture, right? And your passion is into carpentry and all that. So if you are not satisfied with the way they are making furniture, you come up with innovations.
You create
make research, and then make sure that you are on top of the market.
But that research is jump and dedication.
Exactly, right?
You have to have a passion for
Exactly.
You are on top of the market. Anyone that talks about innovation, new things that's coming up, I mean, we keep seeing this innovation every now and then. It's not genes that bring this innovation. These are people. I mean, this technology that we are using right now, these are people that start and think of it.
Sorry, I have to cut you here. We have to go for a short break and we'll be right back.
The development of our Dalaba estate commenced in November 2018. Today, Dalaba comprises of over 350 affordable and quality homes with fenced and gated service plots. The estate boasts features such as surface dressed roads with interlocking bricks, solar street lights, and beautiful landscaping to be further complemented with 1,500 fruit trees. With accessibility to water and electricity, fenced service plot owners continue to develop their properties. Over 90% of the estate has been completed and handed over to their respective owners within a period of 24 months. TAF Africa Global has transformed a 20-hectare undeveloped plot into a fully functional residential estate, housing families comfortably. TAF Africa Global. Our experience is global, our focus is Africa. For information on any of our current and future developments, please call +220 776 2333 or 376 2333.
Assalamu alaikum, mbokki Gambia, mbokki Sénégambia, waa Empire ma yónni ci yéen mbokki Gambia. ñu ne yéen a leen lebal ker ñu fay leen tamit moo waral nag ñu wàññi mboolem bagage bu ñu am biir Empire wàññi nañ toogu yi yëpp wàññi nañ toogu yi te toogu yi different kind of toogu lañ am ak different size ci toogu saal boo am amal nañ la toogoom cabinet boo am amal nañ la toogoom kon nag mbokki Gambia ñëw leen biir Empire ñu ñëw nag ci dining table yi dining table jeeg ñaa ngi nii lii mooy dining table jeeg ñi te dining table yi dafa àndaa ay bagaasam yoo xam ne moom lañ laa jaayaale mu àndaa ak dining bi ak ay bagaasam dining bi li lay ànda moo lii moo ànda soo buggee télé boo mun a bugga saysam bu emamaay ba ca toppa ak beneen ba toppa ca télé boobu soo ñëwee biir Empire fii di ko am kapet boo bugga Empire nga ko am different size ka kapet lañ leen amal façon ngi kapet boo bugga soo duggee see biir Empire da nga ko am ñoo leen biir Empire loo leen bugga soo ñëwee Empire di ngeen ko fi gis price boo leen am di ngeen ko fi gis asalaamaaleykum.
TAF Africa Global presents the new Tulip Gardens, strategically located in Jambanjeli, off the new Sikuta Jabang Highway. TAF Tulip Gardens is set to comprise of finished 2 to 4 bedroom houses and service plots in sizes ranging from 220 to 570 meters square. Unique features include water and electricity infrastructure, solar street lights, all-weather roads, and scenic gardens. Deposit as low as $83,600 is only. We offer flexible payment plans, a 10-year mortgage plan with a 25% equity down payment in partnership with GT Bank, Trust Bank, and EcoBank, or an 18-month interest-free payment plan with only 20% deposit on the service plots. For more information, please contact 376-2333 or 776-2333 or visit our offices at Madiba Mall at Tough Bluefoot Gardens Estate opposite 5-Star Hotel.
Welcome back to the Unspoken. I've been trying to ask this question to Queen, but no one's trying to give me a chance. Queen, I know we're all young, and sometimes our parents, I mean in general, they are choosing our path.
Yeah.
Like, let's say I want to be an engineer or let's say a president, but nah, doctor. I repeat, nah, doctor. What do you think?
I mean, I feel like most of the time the problem is that the young person themselves, the person themselves is not really grounded as to what they want. Like, you know you want to be a footballer, but you're like, will I really make it to be a footballer? Is there really a chance? And more time, even though sometimes they neglect the fact that they need to do education, they need to focus on education for some time, sometimes it's actually hard to believe in yourself when your parents themselves are telling you, listen, that's not going to put food on the table. And which is why I had said in the beginning, it's hard when your passion is being watered down to actually follow your passion. And that's why a lot of young people go into money-hungry businesses. That's why you find out there's a lot of thieves. Because, I mean, okay, I don't support all the stealing and everything, but then look at why that person went into thieving. They probably had a passion, it was watered down. I want to be a footballer. No, you cannot be a footballer because you can't do it. You're too short, you're too that, and that's where insecurities come from.
That's right.
That's where insecurities come from.
What's a money-hungry business?
I mean, money hungry is when, listen, I've tried all odds, I've done everything. At this point, forget about passion. I need money. I need to put food on the table. And sometimes young people are pressured.
Money is one of the most important things.
I mean, money makes the world go round.
But that's my question. What is money-hungry business?
Money-hungry
Is it
business.
legal? Is it something legal?
Most of the time, they're legal, but sometimes...
What do you mean it's legal? There's no legal business that you can go and quickly make money. You have to work hard for it.
Yeah, but then there are people that have made money off of money hunger, but they were not passion driven and they failed.
Yeah, but let's just be specific
With money
here.
hungry.
Are you saying money hungry? Because most of the time when we say money hungry, it's illegal.
Yeah.
Like for example, selling drugs.
Right.
Quick money.
That's quick money.
Quick money.
And gambling.
Going and doing some deals.
It's not noble.
That's quick money.
Yeah, that's quick money.
And gambling sometimes.
Yeah, gambling, whatever.
How do you think you can be happy?
Sorry?
Like,
You can money buy happiness.
hungry?
Sorry?
Oh, that's
Okay.
a great
That's a
question.
good
Yes, can
Money
buy
buys
happiness?
happiness.
Can money buy happiness?
Money
Yes.
buys
That's not a
happiness.
discussion. I want to encourage you.
So, Mr. Mike, do you want to answer that question? Like, do you think money can buy happiness?
That's a tricky question.
I think money can buy happiness.
What form of happiness? What is it? You know, happiness is very relative.
True.
Yeah, that's right.
So really, what makes you happy can make you angry.
True.
So let's not just generalize here.
True.
I feel like it can for a certain amount of time, but we're human beings. Once we start getting accustomed to something, we want more.
You want more all the
So
time.
even if you've got all the money in the world, you might want love. Even if you have all the money and love in the world, you might want children.
I know people that are super wealthy and they are not
Exactly.
Happy they are happy.
El Chapo, so people like El Chapo and the likes. Let's say if you do follow some of these Americans, like let's say artists, they have a lot of money, but they are not happy, right? Some of them actually have to take their life, you know, focusing themselves.
You see so much.
So the happiness comes in different way. And I keep telling someone else while we are just driving around, I tell them, look, in Gambia here, the poorest person in this country is the happiest person.
Oh, thank you.
Right? They don't get to have much stress.
Yeah.
They sleep at night, wake up, and then they continue with their daily life, go farm and come back. Wherever you find them in a view, they will be shouting, playing and all that. They're not thinking of the debt that they have alone.
Yeah, exactly. They're content.
They're not thinking of that, right? So it depends on the way happiness comes in. I mean, sometimes you have your money, you go to Hollywood, you spend the whole day, perhaps from 8 to 5, roaming around Disneyland or Universal Studios. You have that happiness, and sometimes it's lingering in your mind for a very long while. But really, I don't actually think money buys everlasting happiness.
What you're saying is that the key to success, the key to happiness is not success, but the key to success is happiness.
I like the way to do the math, I don't know.
The key to success
I
is happiness. You have to be happy. You have to love what you're doing.
Exactly.
You have to love what you're doing to be successful.
So Queen is like I over. You say money can buy happiness.
Money can buy happiness.
Okay, so most of the youth, we believe, we are still young. We haven't experienced the things you've experienced.
That money is that
our view is that money buys happiness.
No, I mean, it depends. It depends on your definition of happiness.
I honestly don't want to engage in such.
Nobody's 100% happy. That's what.
Yeah, what happiness? It's so vague.
That's
You
right.
can be happy in the morning and unhappy in the night.
Yeah,
that's right. That's right.
Happy in 1 minute and unhappy, So that's too vague a discussion.
Yeah, but I want to talk about how, let's say, normally for most students at school, the teachers, they teach you to do a particular subject. And let's say I love football.
Okay.
I'll go back to sports because I'm a young boy in Gambia, so I love football. But at school, they don't teach me nothing about football. They teach me biology, physics, chemistry. They won't teach me after school the things usually you would go to. Like I know you were never taught what you go through after high school. Right?
It's life that teaches you that.
Exactly. I think now at school they have to at least tell us that okay, outside this
When you go
place,
outside, this is what you're gonna face.
it's a war zone there.
Exactly.
Not because of free, you have
We
to.
talk about career.
Yes.
The career.
Not even career, just life.
No, let's talk about career. Life is too vague. Now, let's avoid putting this about life.
I
It's too
understand.
vague.
That's right.
Career.
Yeah.
Career is something that makes a living. What career do you want to develop? You say you love football.
Yeah.
But what career do you want to develop? Because you need to do something to make money.
That's
So
true.
let me now pose a question to you.
What
As
career?
you are now, what career, do you want to be a doctor, a lawyer?
I want to be a president. Vote for
No,
me.
you can't be a president. A president is not a career. A president is a career.
It's temporal.
It's
Yeah.
temporary, huh?
It's not because you have to do
Yeah, I
something. You
understand.
have to be voted there. And a president, time will come when you have to be educated to a certain level,
Yeah, that's true.
even to be there.
Yeah.
Let's forget about politics. You can say I want to be a politician, but it's a huge risk.
Yeah, it's true.
But as a career in developing a skill, is there anything in your mind that you would like to be?
I'm not sure.
You see, okay,
That's
that's
the
what's so
thing.
fine.
A lot of us we're not
Like,
sure.
as,
So that is
as time
why-
goes on, it keeps
That
changing.
is why you are trained to have an option. That is why they are now teaching you all those subjects, so that when you make up your mind, at least you have the basis of it. That's the reason why it is being done.
I mean, I think what he was trying to drive at is the fact that a lot of schools, more often than not, do not teach you how to operate outside of school. You're more time computed to think, okay, like this. Once you do this, you do this. Once you have 1 + 1 is 2. You're not taught to put value on top of something. And that's where skill comes into play. Sometimes we feel like, okay, I've graduated already. I don't think I need a skill. And as well, I like what Mr. Manyang said about he applied for a course and he, in as much as it was online and it wasn't something that he had to, exactly. I feel like us young people, we don't like to add to our credentials. We don't understand the value of credentials. Like you go to a workplace, what's your experience? Oh yeah, I've graduated from school. No work experience, no online course, no nothing. All we have is the education that we've taken from grade.
And there
Right.
are people who play that role. Fine, you have to be self-motivated to pick up that role. That's your role.
Yeah.
Your parents have a role to play. Remember that the school also, they are limited. So they can't teach you all that. They have a curriculum that they are responsible to teach you. So they will teach you that. Then the rest, you have mentors, you have brothers, sisters, fathers, uncles, friends, who will now add value to your life. And plus yourself.
I don't think there are enough. Like there aren't enough mentors.
That's exactly
There
what I
are
wanted to
loads
touch
of
on.
them.
The other
But
thing
Miss Uncle Tough.
that is an option. If the school timetable is too hectic that you cannot actually do some extracurricular activities. In other countries, they have what we call out-of-school programs, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Organizations also have to come up with out-of-school programs and mentor, train young people from a tender age how to be a carpenter, how to be an electrician and others. And see, in other countries, you get to see a very little kid and then use arts. What they do with us is so unimaginable. These are things that they learn from the out-of-school program. So that's where organizations have a role to play, making so after school they bring in kids and then train them and mentor them to be.
But man, I want to come in here. Again, the problem I have with young ones, that's the thing. There are not enough mentors. You guys have the biggest mentor in the world is here.
True.
Here you are, by the click of a button, you can access any information in the world. We never had it.
True.
So what mentor do you need? Anything you need in this world today, go onto YouTube, type it, or Google. They will teach you everything, ABC, how to do it.
Since we're in the last few seconds of the episode, can you please look at the camera and tell the youth at home just an advice?
Last advice.
them.
My advice to them, then let the youth get up and do some work. To make it in life, there are two things that you have to do. Hard work and honesty. That's the way to success.
I like
Without these two, there's no way you'll be successful.
Well, you Mr. Man, I know you have something to say.
Get up and do something that is meaningful. Just get up and do something.
Get up. But then I hope
Juggling.
they hear it.
Evelyn.
I hope they hear it because some of the Gambian youth are ignorant.
And Uncle Tough, there's this line I was expecting from you today. If your dream is not big enough, can you complete it?
Oh yeah. If
Well,
your
if
demons
your
don't
demons
scare you.
not-
If it doesn't scare you, then
Then you're
not
not
big
big
enough.
enough.
Your demons.
Actually, somebody said that it's Ellen Johnson Sirleaf who said it,
Okay.
but it's everywhere. You should dream high.
That's right.
You know, in our boardroom now, we have obviously my staff, they put this up. What they put is think big.
I like
think
that.
big. But when you think big, also act big.
That's right.
Don't just think and dream, but you have to act.
So thank you. So this brings us to the end of this episode today. I hope you enjoyed it and stay tuned. See you next time.
See you next time.
Next time.
Bye.